What is going on, guys? Hope everybody's doing good. Go ahead and drop a note if you're watching. Go ahead and drop something over there in the comments. Hope everybody's doing well. Looks like we got one person tuning in so far. So, hope everybody's doing good. I'm going to go ahead and start off. So I had a comment from a gentleman questioning basically my review of the Olight I don't have it out here, S1R Baton 2. Told me I was shilling for Olight or something to that degree. So, again, I don't normally bring my phone out, but the definition for shill: an accomplice of a hawker, gambler, or swindler who acts as an enthusiastic customer to entice or encourage others. I'm not shilling. Olight doesn't send me these products. Olight doesn't pay me to do reviews, unlike some other YouTubers. I've always been upfront and honest with you guys about where this stuff comes from. So almost everything I've reviewed has been things I've purchased versus stuff sent to me. There have been a few things that have been sent to me, and I try to let you guys know that up front. So not shill. I actually have always, when I first started out reviewing Olight, my whole push there was to hopefully discredit them and steer people towards Surefire or Streamlight. I had kind of thought that Olight was a product that people shouldn't use. And then by virtue of using the product and giving it a fair chance, uh, yeah, that's what I ended up using. So just want to get that out of the way. Kind of ticked me off that he took that route with me. So we'll get off of that. Last week, or this past week, my son is having surgery next week on Tuesday. So he had pre-op appointments and things like that. My wife called me from the doctor's office, which was like 82 miles away. And, oh, what's going on, Damon? And shooting with Uncle Dan. What's going on, guys? She told me that her PSI and her tire was low. So by the time she got there, it was still dropping. Got there, that was just a cluster of epic proportions. So it had been a while since I had used a vehicle mounted jack, the one they send with the vehicles. So did get the tire off, got it patched, everything was good to go. So there was that adventure. Um, doesn't sound nearly as exciting as it was that day. Now saying it again. So the jacks they include in those vehicles, man, they suck. Anyway, son is having surgery Tuesday, and because of the whole COVID-19 thing, only one of us is going to be able to be there with him, which kind of sucks. He was born with a cleft lip and palate. My youngest brother had the same thing. So not a huge deal in the sense that they're, in this day and age, they can take care of it pretty easy. But this will be the first surgery he's had where both my wife and I can't be there. So I'll have the other two kids here. That'll be fun, I'm sure. Try to make it fun so that they don't notice that mommy's not here. But probably won't be answering a whole lot of comments and stuff, just, until we get him situated, comfortable, and he starts on the mend. So, with all that being said, if you guys have questions or anything like that, drop them in the little comment thing, and I'll try to get you guys answers. We'll just keep doing FAQs in this format. That way you can see me answer everything. What's up, Sierra Bravo? Looks like people are tuning in. This is cool. I like doing these live things. It's kind of fun. Figured something out. So I'm having a hard time finding small pistol primers right now. And I looked on all the forums. Of course, the reloading books tell you only use that primer. So started talking to some old timers that have been loading for a while. And they said, well, you can use small pistol magnums. Just drop your powder charge down. And I wasn't loading near max anyway. So I was like, well, I might do that. And then somebody said you can use small rifle primers if you haven't altered your springs or whatnot. So you're still getting a good solid firing pin hit on the primer. I'm here to tell you it works. I'm not sure about the longevity. The primer material on the cup is thicker on the rifle ones, hence why you could have a hard time setting them off. But the downside to that is you're not going to notice a lot of the other high pressure signs that you typically would notice with the softer small pistol primers. So definitely going to go back to spec at some point, but just want to let you guys know if you're in a pinch, you have small rifle primers, they'll work in place of small pistol primers. So far, at least 3 of my pistols, I haven't had an issue yet. Thanks, Uncle Dan. I appreciate that, man. It's never fun just because I mean they're young. He's 4, so doesn't really know what's going on. But hopefully, we'll get through this and then take it one day at a time. Shibasuru, yeah, the time difference. I guess I'm used to dealing with it from being in the military and then having family and friends. But I try to put Eastern time, but yeah, it's definitely fun, especially if I've got friends overseas or whatnot. Uh, yeah, it's always a fun thing. With the reloading, it's a lot of fun. So I know you guys, some of you knew that I had started doing that for pistol, uh, specifically 9 millimeter, and I've been using a single stage press. So time intensive, yes, but it's kind of cool. Kind of neat to see what goes into it. I've got, I think, 290 rounds set aside for the range the next time I go, and that's not cutting into my actual ammo cans. That's just stuff I've loaded the last few days. So won't be shooting tomorrow. It's Sunday, and I kind of have a piece packed with a few of the neighbors that I won't shoot on Sunday. So being the Lord's Day and all that, try to keep them happy. Let's see. Oh no. Shibsuru, from what I've read, if you back your powder charge down, if you're not near max, it should be okay, but I don't know. I'm not going to give anybody any super reloading advice there because I'm still new to this, and I definitely don't want anybody blowing up a gun or their face or their hands or whatever on my account. I'm actually dreading that. Funny thing is, all right, I'll go ahead and admit this. You know the biscuits that come in the roll and you've got to like unpeel them? Terrified of those. I don't know what happened as a kid, but I was unwrapping one once and it popped and been scared of it ever since. So when I'm using my hand primer, priming these cases, terrified the same thing's going to happen. And my friends that have been reloading for a long time have said that it's going to happen eventually. So I'm trying to put that off as long as possible because definitely don't feel like soiling myself in my office. That would scare me. Shooting with Uncle Dan says we should go on Texas time. I'd be okay if we just kind of had one single time. I guess no, I'm okay with getting rid of daylight savings. I hadn't really thought out the logistics on a set time across the world. That'd be interesting. Yeah, those biscuit rolls, Damon, they're scary. My wife doesn't get it. It's like diffusing an IED or something. I don't know what happened. I don't like popping balloons either. I had a balloon pop when I was a kid, and a piece hit me in the eye. Obviously, no lasting damage that I can tell. Maybe some brain damage, but no optical damage. And I don't like popping balloons either. I get nervous when kids get them near their face. It's the little things in life that scare you the most. So, also was scared of like safety razors with like the Schick Quattros or whatnot with like the 4 blades. I slid my finger across one as a kid. Got scared of that. Still don't like using razors. So the cool thing with everything going on with the reloading and COVID-19 is that I'm in ammo. Um, I'm in ammo. My ammo stash is good. I can't talk, guys. It's because I don't have my energy drink. No, you Texas people, this is not moonshine. This is actually water. I just like using the mason jar because I don't have to go fill it up every 10 seconds like I would with a normal glass of water. So, uh, Nunya says more thumbs up. I'm down for that. Thank you. So, shooting with Uncle Dan says he can barely tell I have brain damage. I guess that's good. I'm camouflaging it well. Uh, Actually, if we're talking about childhood stories, so when I was 6, I went out on, I think, the neighbor's playground, and I still had my bicycle helmet on because I've been riding my bike. And I put my head up through the monkey bars or whatever, and apparently got stuck and basically hung myself with a bicycle helmet. My 3-year-old brother went and jumped the chain link fence to go get my mom, and I wasn't supposed to make it. And if I did make it, according to the paramedics, I would never walk or talk or any of that again. So here I am, I guess, beating the odds. So things are things are weird the way they play out sometimes. So every time I see a chain link fence and then I look at like my kids, I'm like, how did he climb that thing being 3? So that's interesting. Oscar says his electrolyte intake is bourbon. I don't know how many electrolytes are in there, but I've got some bourbon downstairs. Sierra Bravo, I definitely have some moonshine. I've got some peach, and I want to say I have just some straight corn liquor down there too. I normally use that when if I start getting sick or something, I'll mix some honey with it and take it, and I feel better. Anyways, sometimes I'll take a little extra and see what happens. But yeah, not a huge drinker, but if I do, I prefer bourbon. don't really have a particular brand that's my favorite. I'm still experimenting with that. So my quantity has gone down, my quality's gone up a little bit. So there is that. Let's see. It's been really windy here, so I'll go ahead and apologize for some of the videos that I publish. The wind noise is terrible. I tried to like stop talking and cut it into segments and wait for the wind to die down. Didn't go that well. So I've tried to play with some of the sound effects and even that out, and I'll keep working on it. Yeah, Knob Creek is good. I do like Knob Creek. I've got a very soft spot in my heart for Wild Turkey 101. And shooting with Uncle Dan, I get it, man. I'm not sure how long I'm going to stay on tonight because it's Mother's Day and I'm planning some stuff for her tomorrow. So I'll actually have to get up before her. So somewhat reasonably early. But yeah, we'll have to do that. Take care, man. I don't know what's going on with the wind. Storms have been bad, and then it's like even when it's nice and sunny out, the wind's still going crazy. And today it was jacket weather for well for us Georgians, which isn't saying much. But it was about I want to say 40s maybe today here. So it was interesting. Kind of felt like fall. It's my favorite time of the year. Nunya, I'm with you. Basil Hayden is good as well. It'd be easier for me to list the bourbons I don't like or whiskeys I don't like than the ones I do. I'm not too discerning yet. I'm sure that'll come with time. Shibasuru forgot it was Mother's Day. I used to do that. Granted, I've only been a dad for a few years, but still, I think I did that once, ever again. Yeah, Damon, where'd you have snow today? That's crazy. So, other than that, I'm still working on. Sorry about that, guys. Something's going on with my internet there. Still working on some of the gun roasting songs and stuff I was working on. So, Block one was kind of rough. The more I listen later on, but working on revolvers. I've got one in the works for CZs, and I could not leave out HK. And I almost feel bad making fun of HK because that's one where it's like I don't have one, and I automatically know guys that do have HKs are going to be like, "You're mad you can't afford one," and they're right. But I'm still going to make fun of them. I've shot a few of them. Dang, it's snowing in Pittsburgh. Crazy, Damon. Can't believe that. Here we are, midway through May. That's awesome. I guess if you like snow, that's awesome. If you don't like snow, that's not awesome. Um, so definitely looking forward to see how the Revolver guys take their little roast song, and then as talking about CZ, I just got a sign for the door, so maybe they won't get too mad. Shibasuru, the HKs are fun. I think I shot a USP and 45, and I want to say I shot a Mark 23. I can't remember exactly, and I shot a VP9. They're good guns based on my limited experience with them. I don't know. It's a little rich for my blood, and they don't really do anything else that the ones I have now don't do. So I'm sure there's an HK guy that's going to be like, "Oh, you just say that because you're not a man of culture." And again, he's right. So um, I'm glad you liked that one, Damon. That's some. Pop's Quest said be an equal opportunity roaster. Oh, absolutely. Everybody's going to get their turn. The only limitations are the chords I know, which is a pretty big limitation, and my lyric writing, which is again pretty big limitation. So I'll get it done as soon as I can. Yeah, Shibasuru, I did one talking about Glock perfection. Major quotes and sarcasm there. So I didn't really get anybody super mad. So I guess I keep expecting the worst and the best is happening. So that's always pretty cool. I'll take it. I like that. Um, I keep wanting to like show you guys gun stuff, and then I looked over the rules on YouTube, and yeah, they're really not supposed to handle firearms while I do a live stream. So that's a bummer. So I'm sure they have a good reason for that, with people doing all sorts of crazy stuff with guns on live, and then they don't have a chance to catch it before potentially lots of people see it. So that makes sense, I guess. Um, the mag buttons being the unright place on the VPs. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. Even using, I just went to show you my 25. Even going to use like the heel style mag release, I like everything the American style right there, where you can hit it by the mag well or by the trigger guard, but not on the trigger guard. So, uh, Sierra Bravo. I like revolvers too. I'm not super knowledgeable on them. I can't shoot them super well, but I do like them. Um, NI999 said he had between a quarter and a half inch of snow in Upper Michigan. That's crazy. Hey, I appreciate your support on the non-shill thing. I can't say I won't ever possibly partner with Olight in terms of them sending me stuff, but I'll never take money for reviews. And I definitely let you guys know before the video or at the beginning of the video if it was sent to me. So um, at some point, I would like to start getting free stuff or test and evaluation stuff, but I'll let you know if it's sent to me. I'm not gonna, that's part of the reason I started the channel. It's normal reviews for normal folks. So Damon's getting his dry fire in with his G26. I had a G26 for a while, maybe maybe a year and a half. I couldn't shoot it worth a dang, no matter what I did with it. I liked the size. I liked everything else about it. So one day I might get something else like that. Really, the only subcompact I have now, I think, is my M&P Shield. I think everything else is pretty. Everything else is like in the compact, like Glock 19 or bigger size for the. I'm looking over here. Yeah, I like bigger guns, I guess. Hey, Gun Penguin, what's going on, man? Hadn't talked to you in a while. You guys, if you haven't checked out the Gun Penguin, absolutely go check his channel out. This is a shameless plug for him. He's really cool. Started talking to him a while ago. He's hilarious, and a lot of his videos just crack me up. He's got a very cool sense of humor. For whatever reason, it really resonates with me. So he's awesome. Let's see. Damon said, "Never ever thought you would be or were a shill." I appreciate that, man. I hope I give that impression. Pop said, "Free shit comes with a price." That is true. So I know that something's going to come with that. As long as I'm open with you guys, though, I think that we'll get through it all right. And Sierra's got his G34 MOS. Those are nice guns, man. Nah, Gun Penguin, you're awesome, man. Seriously, guys, check him out. And I'm going to spoiler alert one of my videos that's coming up. It's a shout out video. Shooting with Uncle Dan was on here. He had to run. Check him out too if you haven't. So he's awesome. Shibasuru, the Gun Penguin, commented just above you. If you check his channel out, chances are you're going to like it. He's got some pretty cool stuff. And he's a musician too. So there is that. Well, guys, I hate to cut you short tonight. I'm going to try to get in bed at a decent hour so I can keep her happy tomorrow for Mother's Day. Hope everybody has a safe weekend. I know we can't really run and visit and everything like normal with everything going on. Hopefully things get back to normal soon. This isn't cool. But stay safe. Call your moms if you're able to go visit or whatever. Go talk to them. If you can't, call them. Let them know tomorrow is Mother's Day. This is my bro code reminder of that. So stay safe. Keep shooting if you can. I'll see you next time.